if I'm going to Rochester, that is an hour and a half long. That is not a road trip for me.
Nope, I agree totally.
I'm not stopping and getting snacks. I'm not creating.
You might have a snack, get ready to go before you go, like take it with you.
Exactly.
Yep.
I will bring like a sparkling water, and I might bring some Quest chips or something. My snacks are getting wild. So
yeah, you're a good time in the car.
It's the Scott and Allie Not For Air podcast. The rules are gone. The shirt is untucked. Here's Scott and Allie.
Where's Allie?
I'm right here.
What were you doing?
I wrote down our thing from last week.
Oh, that's right. Today we pick up where we left off some stuff last week, and we said at the end of the podcast, we're notoriously bad for teasing something that we never come back to on the podcast. But we'll get there in a minute. I have two things I want to hit to you first.
Okay.
One is Allie today mentioned this on the show a little bit, that I got the edited draft to the chapter of the book that I'm being published in. The editors, took to task and made me sound utterly not stupid. I
would like to see the first draft compared to what I read today.
A lot more details and specific timelines. I'm really glad that an editing group was involved with this.
Wait.
Yeah.
They added more details?
No, I had more details when I submitted it. You know me. I enjoy a good list.
Oh, yes.
And
yes.
I may have gotten a touch on mine originally was much more specified to timelines and the story interweaved. I thought they edited it into a very nice flow and the delivery of the story with the guts to the story still being there. I mean, look, the emotion of the story is what's important. Yes, it is the events that took place that were important, but you don't need to know on the 10th of May, and I didn't know that. I've never done this before.
I assumed that's exactly what it was going to be, that you were going to have, and at 9:58, we arrived.
That might have been a little, more specific. Well, what did you think? Without giving details yet, because we're probably a week away. I want to wait until I know the exact day the book gets published and then is going to be set to release. Then I will give every single detail that I possibly can, but still wanting you to actually get the book and read the story.
I think it was a great read. It was an easy read, which I liked. And I felt like it got the point across. And what I like about this book that's coming up, say the name of the book again.
It is, oh God, hang on a second. I got to actually
Something in Transgressions.
Yes, it is, hang on one second. Let me.
I think I wrote that down too.
You would think that
Transgressions and Recovery.
That's it. Transgressions and Recovery.
And it's supposed to come out September 22nd, but which is actually when this airs.
No,
next week.
It's supposed to come out sometime after the 26th.
Oh well, originally on my first original notes when you told me. Well, that doesn't matter.
Yeah, I think they moved it back just a tiny bit there.
Okay. That's typical, right?
Here's what it is. Stories of Transgression and Recovery. I will tell you this much. It deals a lot with, addictions and things like that. My story is not a personal addiction that I had. The effects of it around me. That's as far as I'll go for right now. But I'm flattered that you thought it was a nice read and again, the goal being, here's the story, but we're not in the business of, ruining people. I'm not trying to Amber Heard Johnny Depp this thing. You know what I mean?
Right. And what I like about the book, even though I haven't read anything else, but what I like, just knowing that I've read your chapter, is that they're all going to be that way, somewhat short. So it's, let's say I am somebody who reads right before bed, that I could read one chapter before bed, put it down, come back the next day, read a different chapter. I think it's going to be a really easy read. Also, everyone has totally different stories. I know we had talked to a girl who was a dominatrix.
Oh, yes. She was the queen of
BDSM.
BDSM, yes.
Yes.
Yeah.
I'm really, really excited about reading her chapter and just so you guys, we interviewed her, so I'm excited to have her come on the show so you guys can get a little glimpse of her story too, because I thought, whoa. And then I started following her on social and her pictures. I'm like, well, I mean, I know that's not in her world anymore, but I was thinking you
wanted pointers, didn't you?
That and she is still beautiful, but in her dominatrix stuff, because I just love that. I just love that look. I just was thinking, gosh, she was so beautiful in all of that garb. I know that's not what she wants or likes anymore. That's not the lifestyle that she cares for, because I know that she also had some addiction issues too.
Oh, yeah. She shared some of that. Yeah.
But did you see her on social?
No, I've not.
My God, how could you not follow her?
It's not that I haven't followed her yet. Well, I haven't followed her yet, but it's one of those things I didn't get to it, but also, I don't know, a fellow author in the same book, I'm like, maybe I should. Yeah, I should. I should just get into it.
Hold on. I'm going to pull up her. So just to say it again, because you're going to hear it a couple times on the show. I just want to make sure I get it right. Contessa_doll.
Contessa_doll, yeah.
That's what she is on social media. And oh my gosh, you can see her in her like leather bustier back in the day.
She's super interesting from the chat we had with her, which will end up showing up on the show, and we'll go from there as we get closer to release date. This is the weirdest thing in the world. I've never been involved in a project like this.
There was only 2 things in the story that I didn't know the extent of the details.
Oh.
And so as I was reading it, I was like, okay, that filled in a blank for me.
Oh, no kidding.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah. Everything else, I mean, I was here. I pretty much
You
knew.
and I have been around each other. Well, you were around through all of it, so you did know a lot of it. But
and you're pretty much an open book when it comes to your life for the most part.
Yeah, I mean, the things in this story, though, for the people that listen to our radio show, there's going to be a huge amount of people that had no idea this took place, that this all went on.
Right.
And it's going to be one of those things where it's like, oh, wow.
Right.
But that's to come.
Well, enough teasing.
Yep.
Okay, this was at the end of the podcast last week, and we said we were going to talk about this. How long is a road trip before it becomes a road trip? And here's why I'm asking. Because when I go on a road trip, I was just on a road trip this past weekend. I went to Cleveland. So on my way to Cleveland, I talked about this on the show too. I always try to stop at Salamanca and get gas.
Yep.
And that's where I will get, might be like that beef jerky in a bag, or it'll be Propel or Diet Coke or whatever. So how long before it's a road trip? Because for me, it has to be over. Like if I'm going to Rochester, that is an hour and a half long. That is not a road trip for
Nope,
me.
I agree totally.
I'm not stopping and getting snacks. I'm not creating.
You might have a snack get ready to go before you go, like take it with you.
Exactly.
Yep.
I will bring like a sparkling water, and I might bring some Quest chips or something. My snacks are getting wild. So
Yeah, you're a good time in the car.
So an hour and a half, not a road trip. Even Buffalo. Buffalo's too.
Not a road trip.
Right. I can get to Buffalo with just the snacks that I started with.
Yep.
Now, I say once it gets to 3 hours, that is where it starts to get road trippy, where I'm going to get a playlist. I'm going to stop for snackies. And that's where I think the road trip becomes a road trip.
I think my answer is 2 bathroom breaks makes it a road trip.
Oh, that's a good rule.
So I'll give you an example. If I have to drive to Virginia, and I have had to a couple times a year for different reasons, there's guaranteed 2 bathroom breaks. That's a 5.5 hour drive, 2 bathroom breaks, and one way to 5.5 hours.
Yes.
So yeah, that's 2 bathroom breaks constitutes the road trip. Although I'm with you, the snacks, although I like to think I'm always going to get prepared in advance and be like, I'm going to pack everything at home.
Oh, I know.
Undoubtedly on the first bathroom break, it's going to be some sort of a gas station. I'm stocking up on the stuff that I didn't have.
Yeah, I know it. I know
Beef
it.
jerky.
That's funny you say that, because it takes me about 5 hours to get to Cleveland.
That's right.
And that is it would probably take me a little quicker, but with my dog, he gets out and I walk him and all that.
Oh,
stuff.
sure. You got to take a minute. Yeah, because it's about 4 hours, 45 minutes nonstop, about 70 miles an hour most of the way.
So I try to only do 1 bathroom break. Like on the way home, I only did 1, but I did end up doing 2 on the way there. But okay, I love that rule.
2 bathroom breaks, it's there. Anything over 2, it's a guaranteed road trip, because sure, you might be going further, but I'm going to cap it like this. If it's more in one day than 7 hours, 8 hours, I'm going to fly. Unless I know, okay, hypothetically, let's say we were going to take the kids to Disney And that really is a full day and a half in the car. So I would say I would drive to, if it were me, I would drive to at least Georgia, almost Georgia. That's where you crash for the night. From where we are in New York. Then you get up the next day, you go finish the trip, and you're into Orlando. That's because I lived all the way in South Florida.
Yeah.
And I was in my 20s moving to Cleveland, and I said, I can do this all in one day. Oh God, no! After about hour 12, I had to pull off to a rest stop, and I couldn't even keep my head up. I'm
exactly.
Like,
I also base it on the playlist as well.
Oh, sure.
But
yeah.
that's also like when it's just me, then there really isn't like a major playlist. It becomes, I pre-select, okay, I'm going to listen to this book, because before you start your drive, you have to make sure that you've got mainly the music, podcast, book, whatever you're going to do. You got to get it started if it's just you. So I usually go, okay, it's just me. I'm picking this one thing and I'm going with it.
Yep. Where was it you and I just went? Lewisburg? Not Lewisburg.
Altoona.
Altoona. That was a road trip, but not in the 2-bathroom break sense. It was right on the cusp of...
Was that 3.5 hours?
What's that?
Was that 3.5 hours?
God, was it even that far?
Hold on, I can check.
3.5.
Because remember, we stopped. Did we stop on the way there or just the way home?
I know we stopped on the way home one time.
because we were starving.
Yeah, we ended up getting food. And that was a little longer of a stop because they were making our subs.
3 hours. Depending on the route, either 2 hours and 56 minutes or 3 hours, 1 minute.
I don't think we stopped on the way down. I think we got in the car and went.
I don't think we did either.
Yeah, I don't remember stopping at all. I think, but on the way back we did. So that was just on the cusp.
Also, so back to the playlist thing. It depends on the friend too about the road trip. Yes, I guess we can call that a road trip. But if I'm going with my girlfriends, then I'm absolutely planning there is a playlist, and it depends. Okay, are we going to Taylor Swift together? Because if we're going to Taylor Swift together, or let's say it's even like Ludacris. I'm going to pick Ludacris. We're going to the Bloomsburg County Fair this weekend. We're going to go see Ludacris. Then on the way down, our playlist has like Ludacris, Missy Elliott, Ja Rule, Jay-Z.
Boy, I'm glad you mentioned more than just Ludacris.
Yeah.
Because I wouldn't want to just listen to all the stuff I'm about to hear live.
Right.
Like, I want to break it up.
I only listen to a couple things here and there. And I just went to a concert recently, and I did not listen to any of the artists prior to.
Yeah.
I try not to, because you're right. I'm going to hear it in like an hour. So,
and sometimes concert audio, not as good as actual album audio. You know,
most times. You're just like there for the vibe and the energy.
Yeah.
It's not really the sound. It's like when I went to this concert, the lead singer had really stopped the show and gave this very heartfelt thing about, you guys have been with us for so long. We've been so lucky. She even said how they had like saved up a bunch of money just so they can continue to tour, because she was saying how streaming has affected her career so much.
Was this the show you were just at in Cleveland?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. But she literally stopped and talked for a good, probably 4 minutes.
Wow.
Yeah. So the show is really about that. All that.
Okay, now
energy.
I'm curious about something.
Yeah, go ahead.
You just opened the door. How has streaming affected them? I would have thought it would have. I'm not joking here, but I'm joking. So the act you went to go see was in the 90s, very much an alt act that was not on the mainstream side of music. Had one song that was a big hit.
Right.
On the rock side, a little bit more than that.
Right.
But it wasn't like they had 20 songs that were huge, you know?
Right.
It wasn't like going to see Mumford and Sons, which, okay, 1 or 2 songs bled into the mainstream world, but, you know, a huge amount of but they have so much to choose from that's been huge on alt radio. Garbage did not have a ton of that.
So that's a weird comparison, that Mumford and Son one.
Well, I'm just saying as what bleeds into mainstream.
Right, I get that. But
I mean,
like,
you are, if you're a Garbage fan, you are in a niche of, I loved pop alt in the 90s. That's what that was. But they did not have 20 hits.
No. They didn't. And even like on the alternative side, there's probably like a good 10.
Yeah.
I would say. And And I mean, you hear all 10. Like you're gonna hear the ones that you want to hear.
You're right.
And of course, you're gonna hear them on the encore and everything.
So wouldn't the streaming have opened the door for them to be noticed more?
But
Because I mean, honestly, the one song that made it to top 40, which was "Stupid Girl," that was a fun song back in the day.
She was saying that you don't make the money without having like that physical album. That's when they made the most money, was the physical album.
Okay.
Is that you're just not getting like streaming numbers. You have to get streamed, let's say, I'm just using fake numbers, 400,000 times to even start to get 10 cents per song. Where when it was the album, you might get like $5 of a $10 album.
So then, okay, so I was thinking the exposure would have been better for them with streaming. You know, both kept them relevant or introduced them to a new audience.
Sure.
That would have been the first thing that I would have thought.
I think that helps. But I think that they have to, it's the same as like when we have certain content on our show.
Sure.
We're not getting monetized until we reach a certain amount of views. So really, in all reality, you guys are just always getting us for free.
Yeah, well.
We're not making money off of
We'll
this.
keep this level of effort exactly where it is because of that.
Right. We're not making money off. We're not to that point where we're making money off of the clicks. Now, sponsorships, yes, but you don't have sponsorships as an artist.
No.
So that's where it's harder for them.
All right, here's another question. Mm-hmm. I don't even know the answer to this.
Okay.
Do they have an active record contract, or are they now independent? Because like when Taylor Swift goes out, okay, now mind you, she is mega superstar, multiple formats. I mean, you could argue country, pop radio in the mainstream universe. You could see her moving around multiple formats and drawing audiences from all over the place. She has an active record contract. I'm certain that everybody's involved in making money in that. You know, the record label wants to make money on the tour. Taylor's making money on the tour. Promoters, you know, and all this. And I come back to this, and I swear to God, I'm not teasing about this with garbage, but are they even active in a label that would give them support for a tour? Because you know Taylor's people got some support from the label. I mean, to be able to reap the rewards of that too.
I don't know, but even think about what Taylor sells as far as merch on her site.
Oh, that's another one.
And everything that she's also gotten involved in, just as far as like, quote unquote, selling herself. We're an older band like that, and this is for any older band that or even like, I'm going to compare it to content creators. If you're a content creator, let's say you are Mr. Beast and you're a content creator, he's making money off of his chocolates, YouTube channel, all of that.
The guy's making money for taking a breath.
Right. There are so many other avenues for him to make money, where like those OG artists,
they're just not doing it. It's almost like they go back to their roots and are suddenly playing large bars.
Yes,
Isn't that
that's
wild?
why this venue was not a huge venue. It wasn't small, but it wasn't huge. And then they also still have to pay their opening act as well, which you could tell like they were real bare bones kind of act. So I think that the good thing about if you're an artist that comes out now, you can start to monetize on other things and you have to be creative, but that also makes it harder. It's the comparison is like a small business. We have so many friends that own small businesses. One of my girlfriends, she owns like a clothing store. So she's always not only doing inventory, staffing for her very tiny boutique, doing the social media, answering invoices. So it's a great time to be a business because you can monetize in so many different ways.
Yeah.
But it also is so much work.
Yeah.
And that's the same with artists now. You can't just play guitar. You can't just sing anymore.
No, that's
You've
true.
got to find you're hoping for an endorsement of some kind or whatever.
I get it. You're right.
Well, think about even, I have two comparisons on this. Angel Reese, she's a basketball star, but you know, I see her on Serial.
Okay.
There was it Cardi B that had the McDonald's meal?
Yes, there was a Cardi B McDonald's meal.
Those are like out of the box endorsements that they're bringing them money that I'm sure that she's got a baseline that has to come in.
But it's also easier when you, there's two factors that come into play. It's easier the bigger you are.
Yep.
Cardi B, not to Taylor Swift level. I'm not discrediting Cardi B in any way, shape, or form.
But she's huge.
But she's huge. But or was that butt huge? No. But she is huge. Still arguably not the Taylor Swift level.
Yeah.
But stuff comes easier to them because they've reached a pinnacle, a point, not a pinnacle. They haven't reached the peak of the mountain.
Yeah.
Cardi B could have a even bigger stuff happen, but they've reached a point where they've got that attention. So once it starts, it's the old adage: you gotta get experience. But how do you get experience if you don't have experience? Remember this? So this was the way it started for so many people in broadcasting. Well, we want someone with experience. Well, how do I get experience if I don't have experience? It's the same rolling kind of thing. So many of these people get to a certain point that it almost gets handed to them. Whereas you look at I mean, let's call it a small indie, alt act that was that in the 90s. I mean, 10 songs overall in the 90s is not huge.
Right.
But, and I'm not discrediting them, but I'm just saying it was never that huge rolling, it's going to pick up and go from there. Then the other way to do it is literally, and this is the harder way, you have to put yourself into it so hard and dedicate 26 hours a day, which we don't even have, every single thing, and still hope it catches.
Right, exactly.
To be able to do. Because selling T-shirts, if Garbage was selling their own T-shirts, great. Put it back into the till so that, they might be able to do another tour down the line. But if they don't have the support of the label, or they don't have the mass interest from, society to have it almost being like, oh, well, here's Dairy Queen's now going to sponsor you. Now we're going to go to Subway. Then, oh, wait, here's L'Oreal. Here's this and all that. It's funny how it works. You get to a certain point, it just keeps coming.
Oh, yeah, exactly. But that's why you also have to stay consistent, because I've seen people who will have a really great social media video.
Right.
And it gets like 1 million views, 2 million, 19 million, whatever. But if you only do one, that's not sustainable either.
Some people can't capture the thunder twice, the thunder and lightning twice.
Right.
You just can't.
That's like that, the one-hit wonders. We used to have one hit, or we still do, but I'm saying, a popular phrase was one-hit wonders with artists, and I think that applies also to social media. Here's one that I want to know, and then I have to tell you about something I just saw, a viral video that I got teary-eyed. Have you ever heard of the Savannah Bananas? They're a minor league baseball team.
Yes, I always forget about them until I get them explained to me. But
then they have blown up on social. So
they do this periodically where they seem to pop in.
Well, they're consistent, and they consistently get lots of views.
Yeah.
So now you have a team where I'm sure there's some rotation in and out of players. Who's the one that gets the money? That's what I want to know. Is it the owners, and the owners give you a percentage? Is it like we've talked about this before, our on demand. Our owners dole out money for us being number one on demand. But when it comes to, let's say, our social media, we're doing all the content. They're keeping a slice of the money because they technically own us. So I assume the Savannah Bananas. I think
you just said it right there. It's under the umbrella of the Savannah Banana people.
Even though those guys are coming up with all that content, they're the stars of the show.
Oh, I'm sure they're getting some kind of a cut in some way, shape, or form. And if it's a minor league team, they're taking every dime any which way they can get it.
Taylor she's running her show, she keeps all her money.
Well, that's just it. And the Savannah Banana people, here you are hoping to be drafted by the Cleveland Guardians, one of the team members, so where you might be able to make a future salary that you don't have to work past the age of 40 if you don't want to. So they're all putting in that way. I think they know up front, they're like, we're nuts. If you're going to come play with us, you need 2 qualifications: be a good ball player, and 2, you got to be a little crazy to do the socials. But I'm betting you it is owned under the umbrella of the Savannah Banana people. Now, I'm also going to say, I thought you were going to say, I wonder why they're so popular. 2 reasons. One is, yes, they're consistent. 2, they have a name that women love to say.
Savannah Banana?
Yeah. If I say Savannah Banana, it's okay. I don't know why, but I think women think it's a cute name and they are catchy.
Savannah Banana.
It's a cute thing for a woman to say. I don't know why.
Do you remember the thing that says Gwen Stefani taught us how to spell bananas?
Yes.
So the other day, my dad was doing this in the car, and he totally didn't even spell it right. He was like, B-A-N... I don't know.
N-N-N-A?
I'm like, Dad, B-A-N-A-N-A-S? And he's like, yeah, that's it.
Hey, that's it.
You got it. You got it.
You got it, yes.
Okay, so the social media video that I saw the other day that made me like get teary-eyed was this kid who says he's leaving for college and his parents wanted to surprise him. So he's walking down the hall. His parents, this has over 19 million views. His parents...
Lightning in a bottle one time.
I know. His parents lined up all of his childhood toys down the hallway.
Oh, God, I did see this.
And then they were holding little signs that said, like, good luck at college. We'll miss you. Goodbye.
Was his name Woody?
Well, that's so funny because it's so Toy Story-like.
Yeah.
But I was like, oh, my God, that's the most beautiful thing.
Oh, my God, and I'm looking to throw out old toys that haven't been played with. Who wants to keep them forever and hang signs off of them on the way to college?
You have to keep at least a couple.
Oh, sure.
I still have my honey doll. But then, so one of the comments below was, I'm sobbing about my kid leaving for college, ... He's only 9 months old.
That's awesome.
I know. Oh my gosh. Okay, we have to wrap it up.
We do? I thought we had one more thing we had to hit.
I don't know what it was.
This is so typical.
I looked at my notes and I can't find it. I mean, I've got other things, but it's not what I wanted to do.
Well, maybe it'll hit you and we'll come back with it next week.
Okay.
At least this week, if we're teasing so vaguely that we might come back with something next week that she might have had from the week before. I mean, I don't feel as guilty as saying we're doing this.
I don't know. Yeah, I don't remember why. I don't know why I can't find it because I'm looking at all my notes. I have all this stuff that I've kept time and time. Well, I'll tell you something that I do want to talk about in the next couple days on the show is about how I'm afraid to cut my lawn because I'm afraid I'm going to cut my toe off.
You've been cutting your lawn for like 20 years.
Remember this, it's a new lawn.
Oh, I have to hear this. You'll have to. All right. Next week, we've got to find out why Allie's going to let the weeds grow. My God.
Well, that was fun. Wasn't that fun? That was fun. Do us a favor, will you? Subscribe. Share the Scott and Allie Not For Air podcast. Touch our buttons. We know you want to.